Speak Personal Galera. Our channel here, one of the priorities is to get you out of poverty. Through the finance for poor, that's one thing I love is seeing the messages of you talking that you are managing to get out of poverty and change life. I want to show you how it is possible. Yes, you totally change life, totally your scenario, this life chop that you are in a year, what it is to be poor. So let's go, guys, remember mine. Channel aims to get you out of poverty and cease to be a scourge. I don't make false promise. I won't talk which is for you to become millionaire. I will not talk that you will buy a mansion nor a BMW. The purpose of my channel and that I'll teach you in this video is like out of poverty in a year. There we go there, the which is to be poor to me. I talked about that those days being poor is living all indebted, not having any money in the bank and work than even a mule the month whole just to pay bill and newsletter is. This is where I want you to get solved, and I'll show you how you can settle in a year. And I'll talk things out here, galley, that are possible, and only remembering I was CLT for several years and my life always had a poor wage. I've always earned little, but I've always had a very good life, and I was never a poor. Because I did that, I'll teach you how to do in a year. Stop making burris. First thing you need to stop being dumb in jail is not to offend, is to give a shock of personal reality. I know you have people who are in poverty because you lost everything in the pandemic, because you're unemployed, because it's really with an illness or has been sniffed for some reason. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, everyone here on the channel is managing to change from life because it is changing the mentality, failing to cheat with money, and not because he's making money for. So the first thing, if you do not stop being gemantic with your and start focusing on getting out of the poverty and life change will not roll. That there has to be a goal that you have to stop making fun of yours money and stop being dumb has to do with you. Start studying about financial education, read book, watch channels that talk about watching podcast about it. If you want to get out of poverty, you have to start study about getting out of poverty and not about the farm. Second tip, set goals and focus. That's more of a thing here. Theoretical, but that is fundamental. You understand you have to focus on the goal. What your goal is to get out of poverty, so it's getting out of poverty is no other thing is focus, because that even being a wage earner who earns little, I've always had everything good in life because I focused on the important things of life, and it wouldn't distract me with beast things, useless things that take money from the people and make it continue in the poverty without conquering anything great. Those days I was seeing you already noticed that the mule and horse also, but mainly donkey uses a bargain in the eye here, a visor. I found out the name of that is eye-watering. What's that deal for? Because the mule, she has to have a mess in the eye look because otherwise she's not walking. Face, she starts to walk beside her, starts to deviate. You have to be smart. You have to focus on changing life and getting out of poverty. Tells you you'll have to put an eye that was a business that I always had to have. We'll eat sushi. Not mine goal out of poverty. Let's buy new pants from Facemark. Not my goal is to get out of the poverty. I don't lose focus with things, beasts. We travel every hour. We go parties every weekend. Not my focus is to get out of the poverty and change life. If you don't have focus, you will be that neither the mule that doesn't have the eye. I'll start. I will change my life in February 2025. I was already changing, going to another side. What is your goal is to get out of the poverty. Then let's focus on it, and not on have more better mobile clothing or have expensive tennis or travel or parties, is focus out of poverty. I ask you one thing. Please help me a year of dedication of your life. I want a year. I don't want 15 years. I don't want 5 years. It's not like there's people in college. Killing himself there 8 years ago in the bad job. I'm asking you for a year's focus on leaving of poverty and not spending money on idiotic focus. Now let's go to debt. Clear your debts. I want to get out of poverty. Get out of poverty in up to a year. If you have what defines the poor is a life. So let's settle debts. Focus reminds of the fat with antlers is focus. It is not rotation, is focus on setting the now. Let's go. It's hard to get out of debts. It is not a matter of priority, and focus is what I said these days is unbelievable. So many people that have difficulty to discharge our $2,000 debt, but has no difficulty in buying an Apple cell phone, a tennis from our $1,000 focus priority 1 year of your life. I'll ask you to focus because I want to see you there in December 2024. Speaking Master Worked has no way you want. Get out of poverty without discharging debt, because debt is a main feature of who is squeezed into poverty according to the Fred economic data. The average debt of the American citizen is $6,000 per person. It's no, oh my God, I know you have people who are worse. But the average is that in the first place, there are several companies that give debt renegotiation fair. So it's just you go there, you boot your CPF. You see what the debt is, and sometimes they give discount of up to 99% for you to discharge the bagulho. I have seen people discharging debt of $1,000 for less than $100 is then people think the average is $6,000 and that you have how you negotiate does account that you get 50% already falls for half, for God's sake. Galera enters these sites and gives a look. What you will want, pay a debt of 6 if you have the option to pay for $200 per $500. Understands priority issue you want out of the poverty. You will not get out of poverty if at the end of the year you still have all shit in debt, you have to change it, then boasts focus on discharging the debts. Get extra income for 1 year. Master, but my money is not giving. You think it's going to be easy. Not I'll get you asking for a year. That will be a year of effort and care enough to care for a year for you to get there. Well, I want that. You pride yourself at the end of a year of the effort you've done all year. What you'll have to make extra income. You will not have money for discharge debt if you don't make income extra. If your salary is low, because maybe you have a good salary, you'll have to do what to stop spending money with crap and use that money you spent on crap for discharge debt. But if your salary is low and you no longer spend on crap extra income, I'll give example in the links of the description. The books talk about it. Had a guy here from the channel that Tava agonized was going into depression, Tava full of beauty debt. He spoke like this. Master, I'll start making Uber Beak for 2 years to see if I can get out of that hole in less than 6 months. He graded everything and set up reserve of emergency. If you work, tries to make a beak after working hours or during your working hours or Saturday and Sunday has a video I made about ideas of extra income, watch there. I'll leave at the end of the video. There are people that is selling sweet at work are $600 a month. There are people who started selling cake more than $1,000 per month as income extra, has people who started beating of Saturday diarist are $800 per month as a diarist. Do not think that this money for you to settle your debts will fall from the sky. You will have to work. Focus on quitting my debts. This year is not going to be the year of curtition. I've had my dog year. Think of a miserable year. Think of the year. I had 15-hour bone every day. Working was my dog year. Look, today I look back and it was worth the pity. I ask you, make this year a year of change, not of tanning all that. You've had fun in your life. Try not to make out this year. So that in 1 year your life change, you can enjoy, mount your reservation. Second thing, reserve of emergency by the end of the year, beginning of the next year. I want to see you with your reservation. Emergency mounted master. But I do not. I have extra income. Money is the year of work, is the year of Laska, is the year of the dog. That wasn't even mine will be for you. Why you have a goal in front of me. I'll ride this master reservation. You stop me filling the master bag is good creature. I'm going to set up that personal reservation. I'm not. I want to know if you know what is reserve. I don't care if you understand what. That's what I want to know. Creature. You have to have a reserve of at least $3,000 mounted to the end of this master year. You can do this with my wages. Wonder glory to God. Alleluia. Master cannot go to work and do can will sell. Candy will sell pachoka in the lighthouse. Will do something. Go for a walk with dog. Watch the video that I will leave in the description. Income ideas extra will have to do something because I want to see you with that. Blessed, with this emergency reserve mounted until December. Expensive for the love of God. Priority focus is not mule. That go for side is focus quita. The debt and mount your reservation. These days I spoke here, if you do not have a reservation of emergency of at least $3,000, nor think about spending more than $1,000 on a mobile phone. If you do not yet have an emergency reserve of at least $3,000. Don't even think about spending more than $200 in a tennis priority. Your priority does not is tennis, nor cellular is out of poverty by the end of the year. There are people here from the channel that started delivering iFood from bicycle at night, is taking $250 for expensive week in 3 months. Doing it face already assembles a reserve of $3,000. Go leave the video of income ideas in the description, reads the comments. You will see the so many people who are choosing to change of life, only that it is always so. Jail goes having the group of people they make gives will happen. Master, I will make it happen. And the group of people who speak that does not give. The poor man's life is hard. There doesn't have what do it, and will die in poverty. Do part of this group here. So what I want you to understand the following galera, you realize with an extra income or with $600 per month of your salary, master, there is no $600 left, only $300. Then you'll have to make an extra rent that you give $300 a month, and on good 2 days, Uber making. You already get it there. Practically 2 days. We'll do some beak. We'll do something $600 per month booked. You will collect $7,200 in the year. This is enough for you to negotiate and discharge all your debts. And it's enough for you to ride your reserve $3,000 and have money in the bank. For unforeseen events, you are already in a scenario that for me is no longer poor, is a person who is not rich, is not millionaire, but is an organized person that has quality of life. Leaves me ask why you think my channel is growing so much, being that I don't spend $1 on digital marketing, because what I speak changes the life of the people only. That always have two groups, a group of people who think this here is idiotic and the group of people who are following me that I see it works. Master, but this then, obviously, I don't care if it's obvious. I want to know if you're making a master. I know I have to break mine debts. I'm not asking if you know, I'm asking if you are prioritizing that she assemble her reserve and start to pool money in instead of spending money on crap for what the first thing I said here is what is necessary for you change of life in a year. Cease to be dumb. Stop making dumb study about financial education if you want. Buy my book. Buy if you don't want. Does not purchase channel content here is from grace to everyone. Do not be dumb and focus. Debts and recalls discharge of debts is easy. The difficult is to stop being dumb. That there are more people who discharge the debt all the time, only every 3 debts that he quites. He makes 4 does no good. Focus, stop spending money on crap, and focus on spending money in what you need, and not in that you want. You can even be half dumb, but boots the eye here. Oh, focus, what I want is to get out of poverty that year, and I can care how much it is, but in a year I won't be with the same life that I am today, will demand effort, will require sacrifice. But remember that life is moved by processes, not by dumb. If you make dumb behind dumb, you'll be poor to life if you know how to respect the processes. You will live a year complicated with less fun, but there in the front, you will speak there. Face was worth the pity. Saw the master is boring to the damn. To that voice even annoys me. Personal speaks that nowadays when you go to buy. Something comes to the master's voice here. Don't be dumb. But you'll see that if you do what I'm talking about, you will enter a new year with another life coming out of poverty. Will not be millionaire, won't be with BMW, nor I'm not worried about that. But to stop being put into debt, to have money in bank being left, and to stop working it whole month only to pay soldiers' billet. Mine mission is already going to have been carried out. It is that I want for you, ta. Well, galley, thank you. You speak that. I swine changing the life of you, but you who changed mine, then I thank the rest. Links of courses and books in the description of the video and in the comments. I hug.